I've got Kat Paz in the studio with me today, and she is going to be talking about apps. Small business is an exciting place and you kind of need to do everything, and you're always looking for ways to make your life a little easier. And there's a whole bunch of apps in the market to help you. And some of them are too much trouble, more trouble than they're worth, and some of them are fantastic. Kat.
Hi.
G'day. And you know all about them.
I think I did tell you, didn't I, that I've got 200 apps on my phone. That's flooring. So I'm always sorting them out.
Because apps, it's all about getting the right apps and the apps that work for you, because, you know, it's all well and good having a lot of apps. You've got to sort through them, and they also take up a lot of space,
yes,
memory-wise, and also, just memory-wise on your phone. So you only want the good stuff on there, really?
Always. And, you know, for me, it's through trial and error these last 3-4 years, really, trying to make my business lighter, I say, as opposed to heavier, that I now know what I want. But I'm going to share the ones that actually do work, that are known, and if people have heard of them, why they work, as opposed to, oh, yeah, let me download 200 apps. I wouldn't recommend it.
No, you've done all the field testing for us.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
great.
I've got my technique where I'm like 15 minutes. I still don't know what this is about. Uninstall.
Yeah, well, that's it. You need to be able to draw a line in the sand somewhere.
Yes. I mean, one of the questions I think come up quite a bit in today's world is, how do you create your own graphics? Like, I get people going, how did you do that? Why are you posting that at 8 p.m. and yet I saw you at the restaurant type stuff? And there's apps I'm going to share. There's a secret to it.
Excellent. Okay, so let's go with graphics, fancy graphics creating apps.
Yeah, well, the content for social media is always a big thing. People don't know where to get it from. And one of those is called Canva. So, you know, you have to be mindful of where your content comes from, I think. And Canva helps you get over all those issues to ensure you've got the right permissions for the photos, because people just think, oh, yeah, I can use it. Be very careful, especially if your business takes off. They will come for every dollar.
So now you're saying, so the idea with imagery is that it's royalty free, it's a copyright free, it's not somebody's proprietary image that you've just taken. So the images that you can use are these free images, or your own images?
Yes, your own are always the best. You just know you're clean and clear. Canva gets their images from 2 other apps I've noticed, and the one's called Pexels, and it's Pexels, not, you know, the pecs that you expect in bodybuilding. And the other one is called Pixabay. So you get free images from there. Now, free doesn't mean you can then put it on a t-shirt and print and sell the t-shirts. So that stuff needs to be checked. But for social media, you're pretty fair and good because you're just promoting.
Okay, so you can use most of these images just for social media, but just don't print them on anything like business cards or
mugs,
t-shirts. Or don't print them. So if it's just all virtual, then these images are fine. So now Canva, is this with I can never remember if Canva is with a C or a K.
A C.
So like Canvas.
Yes, without the S.
Okay, so what else does Canva do? You can source images that you can use on social media?
Yes, you can actually make the social media post. Like, you can get text and put the text on there. You can get what they call icons. So if you need a little mic, you know, that's Canva is taking care of business for some of the posts I do. And yeah, the little mic you can get from that. And some of those icons are free as well. If you want a little person in there, you just type in whatever you want. You can add that, change the colors if you want a clear background. So it's giving you the stuff that Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop give you, but it's very simple.
That's what we like. So anyone can use it.
Anybody.
It's for us, you know.
Yeah.
Tech morons amongst us. Hiya. We can all use that. So it's supposed to be really simple, and it's phone friendly. You can do it on your phone as well as your computer?
iPhone at the moment. So they don't have an Android version. So they've got one for iPhones and iPads, and it's really great. When you're on the go, you can create one. They have also posts where, you know, Father's Day is coming up. So they'll have lots of posts already done like that. So if you're out of time, just take one of theirs and, you know, don't mess around with it. Just
So just use a template. So they've got templates as well.
Yes.
And then you can, I guess that's a great way to start, use a template. And then you can customize it for your business. Now, they also have different sizing.
Yes.
So for Instagram and Facebook and
YouTube, whatever you want to make, they'll let you. Even A4 documents, like a cover for a proposal. You can get that, a resume. You can do that, invites. So it's not always just stuck in one dimension. So I've seen people create wedding invites, baby shower invites from that. And then it's good to go. It's good to print. And you just get it sorted.
So when we were talking before about you can't print these images, they're talking about you can't print these images for
sale.
For sale. Okay, just for sale.
But if you're going to resell them, then you're making money. So, to pay $1, some images, they charge you $1 for one-time use. And then you print 1,000 T-shirts from that image. Then you got issues. Double check that.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a good rule of thumb. If you're making money, if you're selling the item, then we probably can't use the image.
No.
Excellent. So
and it's free. It's really free up to a point where I only paid because I wanted to resize one of my posts instead of redo it all over again because I spent so much time. So only if you want to resize it is it worth paying. But before that, I was pretty good for almost 18 months. Yeah. And it's Australian. The story is amazing. She spent 3 years pitching to people.
Oh, Canva's Australian?
It's Australian.
Oh, wow.
So
that's great.
Mel spent 3 years pitching to venture capitalists before anyone said, yeah, let's give you a go.
And it's really common. Once you see it, you'll notice the layouts and
Yes.
you'll notice them everywhere. Everyone uses Canva.
Oh, absolutely. So if this is the first time you're hearing it, it's awesome because that's what we're here for.
Excellent. Okay, what's else on the list, Kat?
Social media management. Everyone asks me, okay, when it comes to managing it, and it can be really annoying to post stuff on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, Pinterest, just to name a few. I'm sure there's more. There's some great apps that will help you schedule those posts. I'll mention the 3 players that I've seen in Australian social media. The first one is Hootsuite, and it looks like a little owl, hoot hoot. And then the next one is called Buffer, Buffer. Yep. And the last one is Postcron, Postcron. And you can schedule your posts. You can say, look, I want it to post at this time, and you can repost it as well. Instead of you going, gosh, I need to post it at 8 p.m. Because if you go on Pinterest, they've got these great infographics that tell you the best times to post on social media. And if you want to post it at 3 p.m., but you've got meetings at that time, then there's this pressure. Just put it on Buffer. Most people do it once a week.
So you could you have one day for social media. You could create all of your content, and then you could just schedule it all to hit through the week and at certain times.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that sounds efficient.
It's very efficient. They are all pay to play at some point. The best one is Postcron. You can have more profiles on the free plan, and then the next one would be Buffer, and then Hootsuite. I haven't used Hootsuite. Like I say, 15 minutes, I'm out. So my 15 minutes was over with them, and then I moved on. But I know a lot of people that use it. Yeah. And you just watch your stuff. You can save your hashtags in there. Like you can have a draft post that you normally copy hashtags from. We will talk about that another time, how to just manage efficiency. And you can have it on your phone. So it can be on your phone. It can be on your computer. The only catch with these guys, because it's Instagram wants you to post from a mobile device. So you might schedule it. So all you get is a reminder to post it. But at least it's all done. And it will copy it through. So whatever you've written will be copied through, but you have to physically post it.
But that's just a matter of pushing a button.
Yeah,
at that stage.
2 buttons really.
Okay,
yeah.
so you probably can do that really in a meeting. So that's still very doable.
It is extremely doable, and it just makes your life totally easier. If you want to get content out there, because the key is, I look at social media as almost like a CV, a resume online. You have to have content and pictures and just keep that, because you never know where your next customer is going to come from. So make that information available to them.
Excellent. What other tricks up your sleeve do you have?
Well, we're going to move away from social media. I think those 2 would be a good start, and talk about people saving their documents. We have huge computers today. They can carry a lot of information, but, it's not always safe. If someone steals your computer and it's got really confidential information, how do you recover it? And it can be very expensive for small businesses, especially if you really have that one computer that everyone accesses. But important documents can be saved in the cloud. And it's common practice now. Everyone talks about Dropbox. The only annoyance with people is it has to download onto your computer. And Dropbox has been around for almost 11 years, I would say. And then Google Drive came into play around 2012. And Google Drive is awesome. If you have a Gmail address, you get 15 gigs free of Google Drive. And Google Drive works really well with photos. Photos don't even add to those 15 gigs. So it will automatically save your photos until whenever. Yeah. So,
oh, wow. We've all got, and just as a reminder, back up your phone sometimes.
Yes.
Even if you're backing it up to your computer, then you can back it up to wherever you
back it up. Yeah, exactly. So it's at least your photos will automatically go to Google Photos, and it doesn't count towards your Google Drive 15 gigs. And if you pass the 15 gigs, you pay for a terabyte. Gosh, it's ginormous. What, $1 a month or something?
Wow.
It's pretty awesome. So it's worth doing, and you can create stuff on Google Drive. Of course, they've got Google Docs and Google Sheets, but you can use it offline. So right now I'm talking from notes where I created these documents on Google Docs, but I'm not online. So I can use it offline as well.
Now, also while we're talking about backups, just to note that if you didn't know, those little those plug-in hard drives that everyone backs up to, they also break.
Oh yeah, they fail. They're like the new floppy disk.
No, they do fail a lot. You can drop them or lose them, or stuff happens to them. So they're not fail safe. So if you are, so you back up to them, but you might also like to have a look at, plan B.
I think plan B today is cloud storage. Yes, everyone says, is it secure? And we'll talk about that. Actually, how do you make sure it's secure? Look, people don't put naked photos of yourselves, especially on a business storage. I think everyone knows that's private for a reason. But yes, with those, just make sure you just don't put it on them. It's temporary. And like you said, you drop it, you step on it, or it just simply doesn't work and you've lost data. And everyone talks about 3, 2, 1, 3 types of backup. So the USB is one, Google Drive is another, and then the hard disk is another as well. So some people do back up stuff onto your hard drive, because if you have a fire, there goes your USB and your hard drive straight away. And if someone hacks into, say, your account, there goes that. But at least you've got 2 others that you can use. It's really important. It can save you so much pain.
So the backing up to things like Google Drive, can that happen automatically?
Yes, it can. So you can choose which folders you want it to watch. So if your computer doesn't have that much space, because of my Google Drive, it's about 60 gigs in total. So that's a lot. So I choose which folders I want to sync to my computer, and then I can access just those ones. And that's all it will take from those folders. And you can change them and say, okay, I don't want it to look at cat passes cats. I don't want it to save any more of that stuff. And you can move it. I also have, this is a good tip, I always have a folder called delete, and that's a folder of when you need to download stuff and you're probably not going to come back to it. You want to read something but it tells you download it first. I have a file that just says delete and I clear it, and the name of the game is when it's full you clear it, or you just clear it, and it stops you from carrying documents you don't need by having that delete folder there.
Yeah, I just kind of download stuff. So my download folder is full of junk. And sometimes I go through it and, it's kind of nice. I trip down memory lane. But yeah, I probably don't need that.
It's a lot. I don't even use the download folder. You can change in your computer if you're PC. I'm talking PC, but I think Mac as well. You can actually set it to ask you where you want to save it every time. And that's always good, as opposed to letting it go into downloads. Because in downloads, that's where also viruses love to live, because it becomes a dead folder with too much stuff in it.
Yeah, oops. It feels like you're looking at me.
I'm watching.
Yeah. So, what else is there on your list?
I think we'll talk about passwords. How do you secure things? And using the same password is never a good idea. But I get it. We're so busy, and sometimes to do it and then reset and all that, wait for the email, get it on your phone. People just go, I just have the one long password. It's not a great idea. So storing your passwords in your emails is an absolute no. I find it... it can be really annoying, so especially if you've forgotten it. So I get where people are coming from, but there's an app out there so that will remember your passwords, and it's called Lastpass. There's another one called, I think it's called Dashlane. I always want to call it Dashhound, but it's Dashlane. And that comes pre-installed in new Windows 10 PCs. But I use Lastpass. And for about $8 a month, it will track all your passwords. So you can install it on your browser. So if you sign up for something new, like, if you're shopping, it's always good if you're doing online shopping to actually check out as a user, because if you check out as a guest, you lose tracking. So check out as a user, and then you just say, oh, password blah blah blah, and then LastPass goes, oh, you want me to save this? And then you go, yeah, sure, okay. And it will save it. You can even ask LastPass to create a password for you.
Oh, that's good, because you know we get tired of like running our fingers over the keyboard.
Yes.
you want what, a capital letter and some like a letter from a foreign language. And
yeah, exactly. So LastPass does do that. It's got the UK capital L 856 star. It's all those, and it's more secure, especially if you don't know if you're going to come back. But it's there, and it's saved the password. You can put it in folders. You can share password folders with people as well. So then people don't actually see the actual password. They just see ...
This is great. So
that's good for collaboration. Then you don't have to pay for another user.
Yeah, and you don't have to email any details across.
No, and that's how passwords get compromised as well. So,
fantastic. Well, this is once again great intel, and she's been doing a lot of field testing. Thank you so much, Kat Paz.
This is just 4 of my 200 apps.
Oh my Lord! That was apps 2.0. We'll probably have to doing a 3.0. I guess. And of course, if there's any apps or any situations in your small business that you'd like to streamline a bit with apps, then drop us a line at our Facebook page, Taking Care of Business. We'll also have this interview up on there with a bit of a summary of the apps that Kat has recommended today.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Taking Care of Business will be back next Monday about 10:30. Thanks, Kat.
Thank you.